How's it going, everyone? I'm going to get started on something a little bit different today. This is a Sega Genesis game, but it's actually a ROM hack for Sonic 2. This is Sonic 2 Delta. I played Sonic 2 Beta, which was an actual legitimate release candidate of the game. This is just a ROM hack done by fans, but it's a pretty interesting one. Basically what it does is it takes Sonic 2, and then it adds in Sonic 1 levels and original levels to the mix as well, so it's kind of interesting. I wanted to do a proper Sonic Let's Play, but I figured, you know what, we're just going to do this because it'll be a little bit more interesting than just playing through Sonic 2 or something like that. So let's get started. So this is the level select screen here, or not the level select, the save file screen. Now you can play Sonic and Tails, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles and Tails, or Knuckles. It's a little bit strange. We're going to play through as Tails because when I was a young lad, a wee lad, Tails was my boy, and I know I'm pretty much the only person in the world who actually liked Tails, but too bad we're using Tails. So you'll notice the first stage is actually Green Hill Zone, obviously from Sonic 1. And most of the zones haven't really been changed too much. They function more or less like their original counterparts. However, you'll notice you do have access to the spin dash. Tails is basically a Sonic 2 version, so he doesn't have the flight ability, which is probably a good thing because that does tend to make a lot of levels really, really easy. Now, I'm not going to be doing a speedrun or anything. I'm just going to be playing through the ROM hack at a leisurely pace, showing off what there is to be seen and checking out what there is to be seen, because truth be told, I actually have not really played this extensively. I mean, I played it a little bit, but I'm still kind of new to it as well. So, although I am pretty good at Sonic, as I've said before, not quite speedrun level good, but I can get through these games pretty quickly. Although I am pretty good at them, I'm not going to be doing a speedrun or anything here. Just, like I said, playing through at a leisurely pace, checking out the sights, getting extra lives, that sort of thing. I'm going to be going zone by zone, so Green Hill Zone is going to be the first episode, and we'll go from there. So now the special stages actually function like they did in Sonic 1. You have to get 50 rings and then finish the stage to go to a special stage. That's cool, I guess. I don't know. There are a ton of zones in this, so you have plenty of time to get all the emeralds. And you may think that that's sort of cheap, but actually in Sonic 2, if you did it right, you could have all the emeralds by Chemical Plant Zone 1, I believe, so yeah, it's not that big a deal. Now, if you've never played Sonic 2, or any of the old Genesis games, what's wrong with you? Go get them now. Actually, there really isn't any excuse not to play these, because you can get them on pretty much any platform there. The Sonic Mega Collection and all sorts of those things. All the Sonic games are available on Steam. There's obviously the emulator route, but I'm not going to condone that. Even though technically I obviously am using one if I'm playing a ROM hack. But anyways, yeah, play Sonic games because they're awesome. I was a Sega kid growing up, and I always liked Sonic more than I liked, say, Mario or Zelda or Link. But anyway, I digress. If you've never played one of those games, generally in the Sega Genesis era Sonic games, you have to collect a certain number of Chaos Emeralds to get the true ending of the game, or the good ending, as well as transform into Super Sonic or Super Tails or whatever. In Sonic 2, you can't actually transform into Super Tails, only Super Sonic, and I don't know if that's going to apply here as well, but we'll find out when I get all the emeralds. Anyways, there's usually some condition applied to getting into the special stages to get the emeralds. So for instance, in Sonic 1 and in this ROM hack, you have to finish a level with 50 rings and then jump into the giant ring at the end. In regular Sonic 2, you have to hit a signpost, sort of like a checkpoint, with 50 rings, and then jump into that, so you can actually get multiple emeralds per level. Hence why I said you can actually make it out of the first zone in Sonic 2 with almost all the emeralds. I think 6 of them out of the 7. If you used to play Sonic 1, you knew that was there. You also know that there are spikes down here. I gotta say, this is pretty nostalgic. I mean, I have continued to play these games fairly regularly. I do own quite a few of the Sonic, well, not quite a few, but I own one of the Sonic collections. I've got some of the stuff on PSP and that sort of thing. But it is cool to be playing these old Sonic 1 zones as Tails, even though it's mostly a cosmetic thing. And we'll grab the extra life. As I said, we're not going to be speedrunning, so if you're going insane right now about how slowly I'm going through these levels, just how much fun would it be if I did one zone per episode and then made it where, you know, every episode was like 20 seconds long or something. Get the ring. There we go. So there are actually a lot of zones in this, as I said. I mean, we have much of Sonic 1, all of Sonic 2, and some original levels as well, so there's a lot here. This is going to be a pretty long playthrough, so I'm not going to be doing it in one sitting, probably. But regardless, the episodes are going to be divided up into each zone. So you may be wondering what the heck is going on here. Well, this is the Sonic 2 special stage. Essentially, it's this sort of pseudo 3D level that you run through. You have to collect a certain number of rings every round. There are 3 rounds with within each of these, so you notice now I have to get 100 rings. If I don't get 100 rings by the time I get to the end of this round, then I will get mooted out and not be able to get the emerald. Alternately, if I finish with enough rings, I do get the emerald. And it's worth noting that all of these are actually set patterns, so each color of special stage is, you know, set. It's going to be like that every time, so there's a little bit of memorization going on, but also they're all really well designed, in my opinion at least, so that they're pretty intuitive once you learn some of the basic patterns of how things go. Of course, I played these to death as a kid, so I still have some sort of memory left over of how they kind of go. Alright, there's Emerald number 2. Because this is a Sonic 1 stage, or Sonic 1 zone, it actually has 3 acts. Whereas the Sonic 2 ones only have 2. And that carried over into Sonic 3 as well. Although obviously there are a few exceptions. There's Metropolis Zone in Sonic 2 had 3 acts. And there are some zones that only have 1 act, but whatever. I'll try and make these a little bit informative. Now, interestingly, some of the original levels that have been added into this are levels that were in the Sonic 2 beta. So they've been sort of the creators, whose name I can't remember right now, but will be linked in the description. Very, very awesome guy, or set of guys. Sort of recreated these lost zones, so to speak. And they're pretty cool. Had a chance to play some of them. So for instance, if you watch my Sonic 2 beta video, there's the Wood Zone. That's actually in this game. And it's an original creation, but it's pretty cool nonetheless, being able to play what it might have been, you know, if it had been added to the game. But we'll get to that when we get to it. You may notice there are tons and tons of things hidden in the trees. Keep an eye on that if you're playing through Green Hill Zone. You may also recognize this as one of the zones that made it into Sonic Generations. Rightfully so, it's probably the most iconic Sonic stage. Except for maybe Chemical Plant or one of those, which I guess also made it in. I do actually own Sonic Generations, haven't beaten it yet. I got through, like, Sonic Adventure 2 in that game, and then I was like, yeah, I don't really feel too much of an urge to keep going. But regardless. You'll notice the ROM hack, don't get me wrong, Sonic Generations is a really good game. The ROM hack has like a health meter for the bosses. This battle's quite easy if you grab that invincibility at the beginning, but whatever. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of episode 1. I hope you enjoyed. Next time we'll be tackling Emerald Hill, I believe. And sooner or later we're going to get into some of these original levels and such. So, hope you guys enjoyed watching this one, and I'll see you next time. A kaboom.